Level cap increase went into the game today, and as far as I know, time of recording this video, there's some people already at 104. I'm sure there's going to be some at 105 by the end of the day. We're going to talk about the Pet Avengers rumor coming to the game and also Dark Descendants. And then we're also going to talk about Nightstalkers being farmable. Let's talk about the 101 thing first, because that is hot news right now. A data push went through in the game right now. Reworks for Captain America, Sam Wilson, War Machine, and Phoenix were pushed. And you can see right here, this is like a fully maxed out Captain America, Sam Wilson, 15 million health. And then when he went from 100 to 101, 15.5 right there. Now, just guessing and looking at some of these numbers, you know, anywhere from like a 4 to 5% stat increase for one level. We'll have to see how that plays out over the course of the entire 5. But that could mean a total of 20% stats from going from 100 to 105. My goodness, that's going to be something interesting. Now, the total amount of energy you can spend in a single day, because a lot of people hoarded without having to refresh the stores, is 46,000. For any of you that were curious, I had about 30,000. I'm going to be going to level 101 tomorrow, and we're going to go over the amount that you can do a day without refreshing and with refreshing here in a minute. With refreshing the 50s, it's 2880. So refreshing the 50s to me means campaign, ISO, and also incursion will give me 2880 a day. And that's in the entirety, because there's dailies and things like that and energy you get. Where like if you're not refreshing, I believe the number is closer to 1500. Also, the story things, I don't know what to call them, but you know, the story things right here, you know, where you have the two that are running right now, the Uncanny Avengers Super Showcase and the Absolute A-Force Super Showcase. They also give campaign energy, but if you're spending the 50s, the ratio is not as favorable as ISO and campaign and incursion. However, there is a web event running right now over the next 6 days for the Uncanny Avengers Super Showcase. So you get a little bit of a double dip on that right there, where you'll get credit for the web event. Now, it looks like the cost from going from 101 to 102 and so on is going to remain at that 44,000 number. And then also yesterday we were talking about the amount of gold to go from 100 to 101 at being 1.7. Looks like it's coming in at 1.6. It's still going to be pretty close to 10 million to go from 100 to 105. So this is a rumor that was sent to me by Nah through Flint. So I don't really have much more information where this came from. Deadpool Joseph, you're welcome to email me or get a hold of me. I'd love to chat with you. Everyone, for those that don't believe that the teams I mentioned are coming to Marvel Strike Force, I have it on good authority from an artist that is on the art board for teams at Savvy Games. So it's probably going to get released later with the other future teams. Now, this was on the 7th, and it mentions the Phoenix Force. Phoenix and Omega Red Dark Phoenix. And a lot of this information here seems plausible. And let's say this is true. Scopely doesn't even know. Like, all of this stuff is subject to change. Let's say this information is 100% accurate. There's always things that change. Maybe they have stipulations come in from Marvel to do with movie releases and the such, and it changes, right? There is a fluid situation, but all of this looks perfectly reasonable to me and logical, or else I wouldn't have put it in the video. But again, everything is subject to change, and they could change their mind and pivot to a different direction. But if we're making this assumption that this is accurate, there's some things that make a lot of sense to me. Pet Avengers, Phoenix Force, Omega Red Dark Phoenix, that's already in the game. Phoenix reworks in the game. I haven't figured out ISO on that yet. Omega Red is going to be on offers tomorrow. Dark Descendants, which is going to be Onslaught and Havoc, Life Foundation team, an anti-null team with God of Light Venom, and then an Untitled Brotherhood team. And then I thought this was interesting. There's also going to be a zombie Captain America to finish out the Dying team, which is something that's going to be coming out in the fall. Now, let's talk about Undying. Zombie Juggernaut came out on 10/29/2003. So we are way past the 1 year mark on Zombie Juggernaut as far as being farmable. Way past it. What is that, 15 months? A long time. So people have been asking a lot. Like, when is Zombie Juggernaut going to be farmable? So there was some information that was coming up on Boilan's server. Actually, I got this off my server. I guess there's a repost bot where it pulls the Boilan information. So big shout out to Boilan. Go to his server. You don't need to come to mine. I think he's got a better server anyways. There was some information here about get Juggernaut zombie shards and eat up attacks with taunt, there's a typo there, and spread bleed across enemy teams with this monster Undying Protector. And so Boilan made the comment, some free Jug shards coming in February. Whoa. A web claim? How could we, Scopely, how could we get so lucky? We'll get a web claim of zombie Juggernaut shards? This doesn't suggest to me that it's going to be farmable anytime soon. My best guess is that this is tied to offers. I will keep you posted, and I will continue to complain about this. Zombie Juggernaut not being farmable after the 1 year mark, in my opinion, is unacceptable. Maybe this will trigger that. I don't know, but I'm not overly optimistic. In addition to all of that information, which this right here is where it starts, some free Jug shards. That's just some interesting information here about Nightstalkers are going to become farmable. And I don't know if this is a data mine, because this doesn't look like in the data mine format, like some of this, like this looks like a data mine format of an in-game message. So I'm not really 100% sure what this means. Blade to Cosmic Crucible store, Blade Deck Diamond promotions will become available. O shards to the War store, Man-Thing replacing Sentinel in the Spotlight Raid orbs. Sentinel is going to be moved to the Arena store, and then Man-Thing will move to the War store after the next Spotlight orb replacement, probably next week. I think that's true. I think we're about the right time to get Nightstalkers. I know I was recently making the decision to not spend the Battle World currency on Nightstalkers. I'm glad that I'm saving it for purple, because that's proving to be a thing. There's also going to be a kiln 3-man tower on the 27th, where the last couple stages are going to require purple ISO 3. So I'm saving my purple just in case. Also, Ares Red Star. So this lines up with an in-game notification today. This was in the data mine yesterday, and there was a lot of controversy over this. Red Star promotion for Ares and now available in Elite Store. You can now use the dark promotion credits to promote Ares to 7 red stars. This did get pushed out in-game right here. New Red Star promotions. Red Star promotions for Ares and now available in Elite Star. You can use dark promotion credits to promote Ares to 7 red star. This is not true. This is wrong. I got a message from Lori about Ares, about the Ares dark promotion credit. The team is looking into that. Ares is not a dark promotion credit character. Then Dorky Dad was typing the same message into Twitch chat same time. Ares is not DPC. Message going to be updated, confirmed. So this is not accurate. The in-game message and the data mine was not accurate. Then also coming soon, Omega Training, earn ISO 8 materials and a chance at Shadow King Diamonds, which one should expect. Now, there was one part of this I did not expect, but we're just going to read it. We'll get to the part that somewhat surprised me. Omega Training milestone, gain progress in the 7-day event by battling in war, Cosmic Crucible, spending power cores. Woo! That's what we all want, is a power core spending event. That's sarcasm there. I'm just saying. Sarcasm! And earning Crimson Hunt. Oh, that's a sentence. Fragments from free claims kiln, forged in fire, and special offers. So this is what I was talking about on the 27th. Was going to be the tower, which is going to give us access to a Rega Red Phoenix Force. And if you get to the furthest part of it, which you'll get a four yellow Omega Red Phoenix Force, which is going to be like a Crucible team, kind of like how Hela and then they got Zombie Iron Man. That's kind of what's doing here, is that we've got Phoenix rework and then Omega Red Phoenix Force is the first one. Phoenix Force Omega Red is going to be an epic character, which if that's anything like Zombie Juggernaut or Captain Britain, you know, wail harder, do well in the event. I haven't seen the event or played the event. I suspect that this kiln event, the last parts of it are going to be heavily dependent on Hercules and Jean, just by looking at the tables. Earn fantastic rewards, including T3, T2, ISO 8 materials, training modules, Crimson Gears, and experience. See, someone asked me today, like, how come we can't just buy experience? It feels like they are putting it in events, whether that's in milestones or in leaderboards. So that seems to be the way that they are distributing experience rather than just directly in offers. I would not be surprised if they just had offers, though. They might do that too. You also earn points towards the month-long Avengers Fitness Challenge milestones by collecting dumbbells and the energy drink. Crimson Hunt Orb contains Crimson Tech Gear, Teal Uniques, Dark Promotion Credits, and Dark Promotion Credits. Mega Training Leaderboard. Compete on the leaderboards for T3 ISO 8 materials and the Diamond Promotions for Shadow King, right? Which, you know, some people already have a 7 red, 7 yellow. I do not. I have a 6 red, 7 yellow Shadow King, so I don't know if I care about diamonds, but anyways. And so here is the breakdown for what all of that means. Earn Crimson Hunt Org fragments for the Kiln, Forge, and Fire Battle and War offense and defense for Absolute A-Force, and there's going to be more points depending on what your yellow stars are at. Battle and Crucible, same thing, depending on what you have, a 5, 6, or 7 Jean Grey. Battle and War offense and defense with Hercules, same thing. Spending power cores and spending uncanny energy, which I mentioned earlier. There's a web event for that currently running, and it does give XP, but per power core, it is not as favorable as spending the 50s on energy like in ISO campaign or incursion. Update to Dark Dimension 1 and 2, give a 5 red star instead of 4 red star in Kestrel and Ultron. Cool. And Omega Red is getting a team orb. All right, let's go a little bit deeper into what is going on. This was a poll put up on the player's voice. Did you obtain the monthly event item from the Phoenix Force Fitness milestones? Yes, and I usually get the event item. Is what 210 people say no, but I usually get the event item. So there was some wonkiness with this Phoenix Force Fitness milestones, and I know for me, I wasn't really thrilled about that event because part of it was tied to ISO, and some people opted to not bother with it, and they're using the ISO now for campaign energy. That is for people that were hoarders. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, I don't know what that is. Cat made this thumbnail. Anyways, my favorite part of the level cap increase is that I finally have something to work toward, a long-term goal. How sad is that? Yeah, low bar, my friend. Level cap increase is the most exciting thing going on in the game right now. I 1000% relate to this post in that I'm somewhat looking forward or am excited that there's a level cap increase, but that is not because it's good. It's because there's nothing else to do. How sad is that, right? I don't think I've ever been excited. The bar is set so low right now in Marvel Strike Force. Now, not everybody feels this way. Marvel's making me go on strike by force, so the race to 1505 BS. Well, I'm not doing it. I'm on strike. Over 1 billion gold needed. Yeah. Well, I mean, if it's 10 million gold per character, right? 10 million gold per character. Let's do the math real quick. 10 million gold per character. And let's say you want to do 100 characters. I don't think you want to do every character, but you want to at least do 100 characters, right? Or 50, but let's just do 100. That's 1 billion gold. And so that race to 105 that's in there right now is 100 characters. Now, you can double dip on 8 characters. So that will lower this number a little bit if you want to max out that event. You know, 8 characters would be Kestrel, Doom, Zombie Scarlet Witch, and the 5 Spider Society. So it's not quite that, but for me, I'm not going to be doing that because I don't think I can get to 105 in 69 days because that's how many days it is. And then also for me, I think I would rather focus on, you know, some sort of, you know, better characters, because the way it's set up, like if you want to max out the event, you're going to kind of have to upgrade some less than optimal characters in certain parts of the origin, which I went over in a video yesterday. I'm not super thrilled about that. So 1 billion gold, not going to happen, plain and simple. For me, I'm sure that's nothing for Krakens. Well, I don't have 1 billion gold. I'm not going to get to 105 in 69 days. I might get to 102 or 103. I'm going to be 101 soon. And I have a couple 100 million gold, maybe 300 million gold by the time I put in all my orbs, but nowhere near 1 billion. And even if I had that much gold, there's still no way I have enough training materials. There you go. Pure madness to me. I'm barely going to be able to participate in the unlock event for Mega Red. So I'm just going to strike these events. I'm just going to do my normal crap and watch this shit blow up. Me outside, Dory selling toilet paper towels for 1 billion gold, by the way. So yeah, I already got the mindset of no thank you, I'm good, and I'll hold gold. Save what little training mats I have, such a joke and not a very funny one. Best of luck, you commanders. I hope that you have a good game plan, so at least you can get something worth it to you. The juice isn't worth this curb stomp in the face, and I'm playing it safe. And some might say, well, what about DD9, Professor X? Well, I don't really care anymore. I'll get him next year or more. Who knows? I probably won't be playing anyways. So it's interesting to me how polar people are on this, because I'm kind of like, oh man, there's nothing to do. All right, I got something to chase, and this is like the chase is too much and I don't want to do it. I get it. I mean, it's the same thing. Do you miss Battle World? When this person said nope. Doing my daily chores and now I'm zoning out. I'm just on my mind, boy, I'm really glad there's no Battle World to do on top of this. Maybe wonder, does anybody miss Battle World? Are you just looking forward to it being back? Pretty much no one cares about Battle World. What's the point of bringing it back? Even if it's just once a month, or maybe I'm in Morty on that. Any Battle World fanatics out there? What are you looking forward to when it comes back? I got to remember this. Like, I was initially doing some testing on Battle World and giving some feedback or whatever, right? And I was very plain with them. I was like, I remember this game mode in Galaxy of Heroes, and it was not my favorite. I didn't like the game mode in the first place. It's an interesting choice that they would try to mirror something that, in my opinion, was not wildly popular in Galaxy of Heroes. So much that Galaxy of Heroes doesn't even do it every week. They do it every other week. And I don't know what they did with Battle World, but it's like they copied Galaxy of Heroes homework and got it wrong. And then lastly, what's your first priorities? 105. Again, I'm going to be doing something like this. Let me know what you think about all this in the comment section. As always, thanks for watching. Bye for now.